Well folks, hello and welcome back to Relaxing Woodshop. Of course, my name is David. Thank you all for subscribing. We are now over 600. We are actually 605 and counting, so you have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, as everybody's been enjoying our roof pergola, roof gazebo and every live edge, all that there, we've decided now, as you know, we're decking the bottom. So we're going to put the frame on through, we're going to get all the posts put into the ground. Because it's a concrete slab, I should be able to set it on once I connect it to the four main posts. Then we'll put the decking all down, and then after that we're going to then look at putting windows in the sides. Because it sits quite high, I notice a bit of rain coming off the side with a heavy rain, so we're going to window those upper parts with the triangles. So I want to put 2 extra beams down to make it easier to do the windows. So let's keep going. Just had a break in the weather and then it started raining again. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to deck underneath it, of course. So we need to measure from here to there, and then we're going to cut our rafters to support the actual decking. Now, on this first beam, I want it to overhang the width of the other beams because they're going to go up the side. We will have an issue when we get into these back corners because that wall will not let me do much work. So we have a way around that, and I'll explain it and go through it as we work away. So let's get a couple of boards cut and get on to the framing. Okay, so now that is done, we have cut the wood as you see, measured it to each side, and then clamped. If you have a look at the clamp on that side, and then we'll have a clamp look at this side. So that's them clamped in, and our bubble is absolutely perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to offset the bubble. And then people say, oh, why on earth are you not making your deck perfectly bubble? You want an ever so slight runoff with your deck. Not really much by the naked eye, but enough that when it rains it'll just run off. So I'm going to push it ever so slightly that way, so it's further away from the garage as well. So just ever so slightly touch that way, and then we're going to put some nice big railway bolts in because this is going to be the main support. Now remember, as we said, there is a concrete slab under this, so that will allow me to get some of our posts and attach them to that and put them onto the ground, because I'll not need to concrete them in, because obviously the railway bolts all the way down will hold it down from any wind. And then if there's any extra weight in those big posts then will just press against the concrete slab. Okay, now what we have an issue, of course, is when we're putting the beam on that falls to this side, we're going to be tight in there. So if you have a look in, there's not a lot of room. Okay, so the plan is to drill the 2 holes here and already pre-set in some of the big bolts just till they're coming out the other end. That'll give me about 2 inches or so of wiggle room to try and get in there to get them drilled through. I will not be able to use any power tools. It's going to be a good old ratchet to get them in, but by using the clamps, that'll press it in, so I'm ratcheting it, it's not them forcing the wood back out. Now, what we have here is a heavy industrial bracket, basically. So this is measured up to 2 ton. So the wood's not going to even come close to holding that. So this is going to do more than enough. So because I can't get in there and get real good tight bolts in there, we're going to put this there, and then that'll hook up, and we'll put about 8 good heavy screws in that, and then we'll match that the same to the back beam that we can't get at. So all in all, they should more than cover the weight of this. Have everything set up. Now what we've done is we've measured out and set them accordingly, space between. Now, we were talking a little bit earlier about the decking going that way, but we did really want it to go this way. So we have bought brackets. Yes, so now we're back. So rafter or joist hangers, so what we're going to do is we're going to put them along the back, along the front. That'll allow me to have them running that way to allow what we wanted originally, where the decking's going to go this way. So first job is we'll cut all these boards to length, and then we'll get the joist hangers, rafter in, put them down there, and then after that's done, we'll reinforce that structure by putting posts to set onto the concrete slab that's underneath. There we go, folks. So, as you can see, if you run your eye all the way along, real good heavy brackets. Wardrobe mishap there. So, as you can see, all the brackets are in. There's real good heavy duty ones there. What we now need to do is, I put a couple of the posts in, and I'll show you how to do that in when I'm going around. What I want to do now is put a very heavy beam going across underneath, drill that up through the posts to give that strength and keep them from widening, expanding and contracting, and then put beams again down into, posts down into that concrete, because it's unbelievable being able to do that. Now most people say when you're doing that you need to then anchor it to that concrete, but because I've anchored it to 4 7x7 posts that weigh substantial and are concreted in, I don't see anything going overboard. Plus the fact we have the house, the hedges, 2 garages, etc, so the wind's quite minimal around here that would ever lift this decking, and if it did, the decking's the last thing I need to worry about. So let's get the middle post now. So folks, as you can see, center beam, this is the one that's going under, so we're just going to lift that up into place and put these real big bolts through. And then we'll lock that in because I forgot to use the hammer screw, and we'll do it on the other side. There we have it. That is fully supported. So anywhere I walk, excuse, showing a bit of leg, I ripped my trousers. So anywhere I walk, there's not a single bit of movement in that, and that's before we even put the decking across to spread that weight. So it's excellent, really good and solid. Very, very happy. So now, it's deck. Now that was done, we've angled this out. So what we want to do is, this board is 4.75. So if I put 4.75 to this side and cut this out, that'll lay flush with that. I don't want that. I want the deck to have a slight overhang to this side. So let's go in 6 centimeters. So we'll have at least a 1 centimeter, 1 1/4 centimeter overhang. Okay, so as you can see, all of them are in. What I want to show you is how I'm going to do this one, so then that mirror image is the rest of them. So we're going to measure across here and then cut, up here cut, over there cut, then put that frame together. Now, we're going to glue that frame to itself, and I'll show you why. It seems to be working for me. I know everybody says just do your measurements and all, but it does seem to be working for me. And then we'll paint it before we put it in, and we'll drill holes before we put it in, and then show you exactly how to put it all together. Okay folks, now here's our heavy duty plastic. Now what I want to do, or acrylic, whatever you want to call it, if you were to put this through a bandsaw or if you put this through a table saw, it would just shatter into bits. It really would. So what I've done here, I've got a plunge saw with a plastic cutter, so it's basically tiny sharp blades, multiple ones, and of course because it spins so fast, it's been cutting through this like a knife through butter. Obviously we'll put the foam pads underneath just so we don't cut through anything, so let's see how it works. Wife says this is the same as me, a pain. Pain. So what we'll do now is the smaller ones we'll cut, we'll paint them and then use them on the inside to edge it round. Just showing off my new trousers. No, so there we go, looking absolutely fantastic. Nice hard plastic. So obviously it's just a matter of giving them a wee wipe down and a clean. That's going to stop the rain and the wind just because it sits that bit higher from coming through there. So There's a couple more surprises in store, and you'll have to wait till the next time on the Relaxing Wood Shop.